In this video, I will be giving a brief overview of the wheel of astrological houses in an astrological chart. Now, in this video, I will be speaking more about the structure of the astrological wheel, which comprises the 4 angles and the various houses. However, in subsequent videos, I will be discussing one video each for each of the angles and also one video each for each of the houses. So there are 12 astrological houses on the zodiac wheel, and each of these houses it focuses on a specific area of life. And as we get further into this series, I'll be discussing planets. And when we have planets, and specifically a number of planets falling in a particular house, that would bring focus to that house and make it more of a focal point in someone's life. Now, that's not to say that the other areas of life are present in everyone's chart. It's just some may have more focus on them and some may be more in the background in someone's life. The 4 angles of the chart are determined based upon the individual's exact moment of birth. So specifically, it's based on what was the ascendant or what sign was rising on the eastern horizon at the moment of the person's birth. So it's very important in order to accurately construct a natal chart or any chart, astrological chart, to have the exact moment of birth, or else you will not be able to determine the angles nor what signs are placed on each of the cusps of the houses, and so consequently you won't know what houses each of the planets fall in. Okay, so the ascendant on the eastern horizon is a sign that was rising at the moment of birth. Now I will be having an individual video on each of these angles going forward, but for now I'll just give a brief overview of what each of these stand for. The ascendant, it has to do with the person's, their sense of self and what they project outward, how people see them. The second angle is the IC, or the immune cheli, which is at the bottom of the chart. And that is the most private part of a person, and also has to do with their past and their family. And also then the descendant is directly across from the ascendant, and that's the sign that was setting on the western horizon at the time the person was born. And that has to do with how the individual interacts within relationships. And the fourth angle is the midheaven, or the MC, and that's the top of the chart, which basically has to do with how the person's role or place within the world at large. The astrological chart is comprised of 4 quadrants, each of which has one of the angles on its cusp. And since there are 12 houses in total, each quadrant is comprised of 3 houses. So the first quadrant begins with the ascendant, and it's comprised of houses 1, 2, and 3. So if the person you're reading the chart for has a lot of planets in houses 1, 2, and 3, they will be more focused on their self-identity, their sense of self, self-development, inner growth, inner reflection, self-discovery would be some of the themes that might be prevalent or focal points for that individual. The second quadrant begins with the IC and is comprised of houses 4, 5, and 6. With a focus on this quadrant, the individual begins to focus on people and things outside of themselves and to have more of awareness of others. Quadrant 3 begins with the descendant and is comprised of houses 7, 8, and 9. The focus of quadrant 3 is that of relationships. It also focuses on the individual's belief systems and on their relationship to society as a whole. Quadrant 4 begins with the midheaven or MC. It is comprised of houses 10, 11, and 12. An individual with a lot of planets and hence a lot of energy in these houses will be very focused on their place in the world, on pursuing a higher purpose, which perhaps would be in the service to humanity as a whole. And also they will be focused on a higher connection to that which is beyond themselves. Another way of dividing up the astrological wheel is according to 3 distinct types of houses. The first type of house is what is called the angular houses. And these are called angular houses because the angles are on the cusps of these 4 houses. And these houses are the first house, the 4th house, the 7th house, and the 10th house. These are also the natural houses of the cardinal signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. These houses, because of their relationship to the angles, are considered to be the most significant houses. They sort of form the foundation of the rest of the chart, and they represent crucial life areas for the individual, which is their sense of self, their relationship to family, relationship to others, and their relationship to society as a whole. The second set of houses are called the succedent houses. These are houses 2, 5, 8, and 11. They follow the angular houses. They are each naturally associated with the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These houses build upon the themes of the angular houses, and they also focused on areas of security and steadfastness. The final set of houses are called the cadent houses. These are houses 3, 6, 9, and 12. They are the natural placements of the mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The themes of these houses are about transition. They are about the ending of a cycle and preparation for the beginning of new cycles, which begin at each of the angular houses. So the themes of these houses have a lot to do with learning and growth.